Welcome, guys. All right, it's 8 o'clock. I'll turn the music off. Welcome back to another episode of Earthworks Hub. I'm your host, Ivan Orlovic, and therefore you are going live with Ive. This is our Sunday live podcast episode. We go live every single Sunday at 8 p.m. Melbourne time. I do say that Melbourne time because sometimes I forget to tell people it's Melbourne time and I forget about the different timelines, even within Australia itself. So it is 8 p.m. Melbourne time every Sunday. It does get recorded, and for those that can't stay or didn't hear something and want to go back and listen, it goes up on our Patreon page, so all our Patreon members can listen to it first, and then it does go up on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple in a week or so after, or a couple of weeks. So you can go and listen to these if you miss something or can't stay for the whole episode. But I'm sure you will want to stick around for tonight's episode because it is a unique one, a very special one. I have a guest with me this evening. So I do like to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes I have no guests. Sometimes I have a guest. Sometimes I do guests during the week. So this time I'm doing one tonight. And I can see he has joined, which is really good. That's a good start. I did tell him I'm going to do a couple of formalities first. So bear with me. First thing is a shout out to our platinum sponsor being Melbourne Tractors / Brisvegas. So thank you very much to those guys for being a platinum sponsor. Also, I just saw Plastube join. How you going, man? And I did see a record time before. So a quick shout out to our other sponsors, which include Moasure Australia, Melbourne Tractors, which I already said that, Network Finance, Digga, Godings, Earth Moving Warehouse, Record Time, Plastube, Moasure, Phillips Plant Hire, Bearer Solutions. I did see him join as well. Komatsu and Stucchi. So thank you very much to all these guys. Thank you for your sponsorship. You can see there's a few little memorabilia around of some of these sponsors as well. It all counts. All your help counts. Thank you very much. It makes this possible. All right, I won't do any listings of the week. I won't do any update on news or anything like that. Record Time's giving me a thumbs up. Actually, what I will do, a couple of quick shout-outs here of people that joined earlier. So who have we got? Jared Feeney, Sam Axe Excavations and Landscaping, Brenton Purdle, Record Time, TNS, Earthworks, ADM. Who else is on here? Mandine AU, ADM Civil, I think I said that already. Jared Feeney, yes, did say that. Tilneys, Port Coast Excavations, Greenscape Gardens, thank you for joining. And M. Attard, Adnato Excavations, Port Coast is something here, loud and clear. He's answering my question about the mic. Bear Solutions, Rock Cultures SA, BMG Earth Moving, Peninsula Civil. I'm running out of breath. Jansen, Excavations, Level Up. Man, there's everyone on here. 1-800 Hose Van, Holland, Earthworks, AG, Plastube. Who else is Coops? Everyone's on here. Thank you very much. If I didn't mention your name, I'm sorry. I'm running out of breath. The other reason I'm running out of breath is I have been absolutely sick. Sick as a dog. I tell you what, man. I haven't been out of bed all week. I think there was one day where I thought, oh yeah, I actually feel not too bad. Got up to take my daughter to go and buy some soccer boots, I think it was, and we got halfway to the city and I was absolutely sick. I thought I was better, but I wasn't. Yeah, I have been smashed for a 6 this week. Very, very bad. So today is the first day I'm actually mobile and doing stuff. So it's very, very tough out there. I'm not the only one. Everyone that I speak to is sick. And I was saying last time I was coming down with something when I did my show. After that, I was absolutely finished. So, good to be back on my feet again. Good to be back on my feet. So, bear with me. I have loaded up on the Panadols. I have my little Vicks inhaler here with me, just in case I can't breathe halfway through. Yeah, some of the guys, Plastube saying the flu, it's going around. Yes, it is, man. It is. Sydney Rockwell's joined. So, I've got my little Vicks inhaler. This thing works like a champion. Got my water, everything ready to go. Now, let's do it, man. Let's get on with the show. I saw my guest join earlier. I'll get him to come on. When he does come on, we'll do a quick little sound check just to make sure that we can hear him and he can hear me. And then we will kick off the interview. Let's see how it goes. All right, let me invite this gentleman. Hopefully this will work. Can you hear me now, Liam? Yes. How you going? I can hear. The man is here. Thank you very much for joining us, Liam.
No, it's a pleasure, honestly. Pleasure.
That's it, man. That's it for everyone here. You may have seen this gentleman swinging it around a tilt rotator back in the UK a while ago, not so long ago, actually. Very well known for swinging that around and doing some videos on it. Now he's actually here. He's in Australia. Yes, his name is Liam Bryan, aka Diggerbry.
Yeah, that's me.
That's it, man. That's it. Thanks for joining us, man. I always used to say Diggerbry.
I've
It's
had that a
Digger.
lot over here, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny,
Diggerbry.
man.
It's quite catchy, to be honest.
Might be the new name. Might stick with it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
Yeah,
reason.
that's it, man. That's it. Well, it's good to have you on here. The main purpose of this basically is to get to know you, get to know, some of your thoughts on moving to Australia, all that sort of stuff. So,
Yep.
all right, let's go, man. Let's go. Give us a little bit of history on yourself. So everyone probably sees you on Instagram, over 100 and something thousand followers. Obviously, people know who you are, but tell us about the history, man. How did you start out in earth moving?
So, how I started out on earth moving, I started off as a labourer first. Well, actually, I started off at my local council doing plastering straight after school. Didn't do that for too long. Then I went into the groundwork side of things on site. And once I started on there, obviously, I used to see the machines around and I just fell in love straight away. But obviously, because of the age I was at, it was kind of hard to be able to get on a machine and get the experience. So doing that, I've just persevered with it, and I managed to end up getting on them. It wasn't an easy run, but I got on to the machines in the end. And then I've done that for maybe 4 to 5 years, and then I eventually headed over to Australia to do some traveling. I'd done some backpacking, went over to Australia, and then I tried to get on the machines in Australia. And being a backpacker, I was turning up to some of these companies, and they were just, I used to say, yeah, I can drive a machine. And they used to just look at me and be like, yeah, we've heard it all before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't manage to get on the machines. That time I ended up going back home, and that's when I started filming myself. So I started filming myself because really I felt like I wasn't getting the attention that I deserved in a sense with so I was doing jobs and stuff, and people that like managers and stuff, they used to obviously say, yeah, it's all right, a little bit better, you can have more money and stuff, but I just knew it was because of my age. They were obviously keeping me grounded and stuff, but I just knew I had a bit more to me. So I started off with LinkedIn. I put a video up on there, and it just changed my life really. I had companies come to me and obviously say they love my work, and they were offering me X amount of money and all this, and I was just like
Wow.
took away from it. So it really stemmed from there. And then I was putting a few videos up on LinkedIn, and then someone told me that you should start an Instagram page. So I started an Instagram page, and yeah, it's just been an absolutely it's just been madness since that day,
Yeah.
really.
There you
But
go,
yeah,
man.
so I started the Instagram page. Not too long in, I started getting videos reaching over like 7 million views. And yeah, my Instagram account really shot up very fast. But like I said, I've never really, I still have, I feel like I still haven't took it in now because how fast everything's just gone. It's been amazing. And to think that obviously filming myself at the start, I was really like, it just didn't sit well with me at the start, but I stick with it. And yeah, it's really, really paid off for me now. And like you
Yeah.
say, now I've worked with brands all over the world. I've been flown out around Europe. Yeah, it's made me speak to celebrities. It's just been absolutely crazy, and I've loved every second of it.
Yeah. Amazing, man. Amazing story because you know why a lot of people you hear a lot of things where people try and get famous, or try and show a lot of stuff on Instagram and on social media. Then they have a burnout because they think like, oh, nothing's happening here.
Yeah.
They don't know if it's actually working. But then it's good to see and hear stories like yourself where it actually has worked and has worked in your favor. You know?
Yeah, definitely. It really has worked in my favour. It has changed my life, to be honest. Like, and it has the opportunities and everything that it's give me. Like, but coming over here, like I say, I was in Australia my first time. Didn't have anything to show them. They were asking for CVs and stuff, and I was like, a written CV. What am I going to say? I can dig a hole. Like, it's just not. So to have that on a social media that they can see, it's helped me so much, and this is why I'm here now because I got approached by Red Dog, and yeah, it's led to things like this. Never mind all the rest of it. So yeah, it's just been amazing.
Yeah. I suppose that almost becomes your CV now, isn't it? Like you say, we can, with earth moving, it's not like you can tell them, you know, I achieved X amount and I did this and, you know, we made so much productivity. And when you're going for an interview, it's hard to sort of say what you do. You say, I dig trenches. I don't know. So whereas if you can show videos and, you know, all different things that you've done and photos, then it's our CV basically nowadays, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and a lot of people ask me when they want to come out here, what should I do? How should I approach it? And to be honest with you, that is the best way of doing it. If you get yourself some videos, get yourself a little page where they can see, or yeah, a little page where they can rely off, see what you can do, and yeah, it really does help coming to do stuff like this. But obviously at home as well, you used to get all these people say, yeah, I can do this, do that. You used to give them a week's work, and half of the time, the big bosses would be like, hang on, he's not.
Yeah, like
He's
no
dead.
chance. Yeah, yeah. I think it's very, very similar in Australia. Very similar, man. You see it now probably anyway. Yeah, same thing, man. Guys always like, yeah, I got my tickets, and we're like, yeah, well, what about the experience? Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
hard.
it.
Yeah,
And the experience is key. Like these days as well, I just don't feel like they get the experience these days. They're jumping in these big machines, maybe because it's hard to get operators as well, but they're jumping in these big machines sometimes, and the way they treat them and everything, it's just not like myself. I started off on like the 5 tons, worked my way up. Then they started giving me the bigger machines, 13 tons. I would get like, so our machines would obviously go up in numbers, obviously, and I would have always the low number fleet, and they'd be all messed up. I used to have to spray them up, do everything to them, make them look perfect, and yeah, me going through that in my career has really, really helped me. And that's why when I do look at these operators these days, I just think to myself, you don't realize how lucky you are because they're just straight on these machines that are all singing and dancing, and they're unbelievable. And some people do look after them, but
yeah,
majority what I see these days, the respect's not what it should be really.
yeah, yeah. So the the second time you came down, I suppose, was that you're saying you wanted to come down, or you were invited to come back? Like, what was it? What was the motive behind coming to Australia?
Yeah, so I put the feeders out, to be honest, to like Encon and stuff like that. I was speaking to them. I was saying what I would like to do, and they were saying, God, if you was to come over here, there'd be a lot of opportunity. Spoke to a few companies, and then yeah, Red Dog approached me, and thank God he did, to be honest. So yeah, he approached me, and yeah, he's really sorted me out since I've been here. He's looked after me, and I can't thank him enough, really. It's a really good company to work for, to be honest. Like, especially with the social media side of things, like companies have not, they know I've done it and stuff, and they support it a little bit. But James has at Red Dog has really, really supported it, and he supports all the other lads doing it. And it's good to be around something like that because it just pushes you on even more.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. And I've only heard good things, you
Well,
know,
like
so
I
it's good.
say, he's
Yeah.
like his equipment and everything. It's been good to just come straight here and jump on to what I know really. So yeah, it's helped out.
Well, there you go, man. There you go. What's the perception of Australia like from everyone in the UK? Like, how does everyone look at Australia when it comes to earth moving? Like, do they look at Australia as like we're ahead of the times, or we're behind, or like everyone wants to go there because they think the weather will be better or will get more work or something? Like, what's the perception there?
It's yeah, like you say, it's the weather and everything, and obviously they do know it's like big for everyone. Always thinks about the mining kind of side of things, and everyone always wants to do that and stuff. That's what you would get because obviously what you would see online and everything, and the money, and everyone was just like, "Oh my God, we've got to get ourselves there." But
Yeah.
yeah, like you say, just all stuff like that, really. The lads would really want to come over to target that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are some of the things that you're noticing, man? Like the big differences between Australia and the
Um,
UK?
Health and safety for one.
A good
Health
way or a
and
bad way?
safety.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
we've got health and safety at home, but here's definitely like I say, the difference between Australia and England. Like I feel like the machine wise and everything, I feel like we get a lot of machines early compared to you guys with the newer fleets and stuff. Obviously the dash, like obviously I was big in attaching that the dash sevens and stuff have obviously started to come over, but when I was at home when I just left, we had the numerous companies around us with just the whole fleet was already Dash Sevens. So yeah, all stuff like that really.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about like the weather and stuff? Like, is it true? Because I've had a few other guys from the UK. I think mainly Wales, and they were saying it's always wet. Is
Yeah,
from,
yeah, yeah.
but
It's always where it's hard. Like here as well, obviously it's good where you'll have that one downfall. You let it be that one day and then you'll go back in the next day. And that's the way you should do because, like you say, you go in for that one day and the amount of mess you create is it's just not worth it, to be honest. But at home, because how consistent it is, you've just gotta keep on going and it is what it is, but it's not really a good thing to be honest because your material and everything it just gets battered. So here it's nice to be dealing with a nicer material. Obviously, you still deal
yeah,
with the dust and stuff, but I'd take dust any day over that rain.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
rained
it.
more. So
Yeah, we would get nothing done, but yeah, yeah. It's not. I don't miss that at all.
there you go, bonus. And so you're up in Queensland near the Gold? Are you on the Gold Coast? Is that where you
Yes,
are?
on the Gold Coast. Yeah.
Oh, what a
I
the
never
best
want to
one.
leave this place. It's everything I imagined and more. To be honest, it's a beautiful, beautiful place, and there's a lot going on here as well. Like especially with the construction stuff. I've got the light rail just behind me. That's just there's some members on there. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people working there. There's a lot going on around here, so there's a lot of opportunity for people in Australia to obviously work on these things.
Yeah, yeah, that's it, man. That's it. No, you do. You've definitely picked a good spot, man. You make a lot of us jealous, man. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you. It's good. It's good. No, very good. And it's true. And then you'll have the Olympics there, up in Brisbane, and there'll be a lot
Yeah.
of stuff happening in the next few years,
Yeah, they're
definitely.
really revamping the whole place by the looks of it. It don't look the
Yeah.
prettiest yet because of all the construction going on, but I must say in the next year or two, I bet it'll look even more amazing.
Cool. If we just go back a little bit in time, so you started off as a labourer, got into the machines, and sort of kept doing that. Have you ever owned your own equipment? Have you ever like
No,
had run it?
I've never owned my own equipment. I work with one of my best friends. I work with his for his uncle's company, and then obviously he's done his own company. And I've always worked with them, and yeah, like I say, they've really treated me well with the machines and stuff. So I've never, but that's the difference. Like here in Australia, like the amount of civils companies is just like I wish like we haven't really got the balls really at home to just start up your own little thing. But out here, I do respect it because a lot of the lads out here they get their little machine, start off like that, and they're really trying to make something of themselves. And I've got to respect it. Fair play to them.
Yeah, yeah, you just answered my next question. I was going to say, like, has comparing the two countries, do you think that maybe part of our problem of now that people say in Melbourne, for instance, there's too many subbies, there's too many people with their own business?
Yeah, so that's something I've noticed on site in a sense. So we'll do a task, and then realistically, there's no reason for me that I can't do it, and then they get a different company doing. And sorry, that is one thing actually at home. So at home we would work in a gang. So we would have a gang of like there'd be me and three lads on the ground, and we'd work together every day, and we just had our pact. When we come to our task, we were just so efficient over the years. We just got each other. And out here, I feel like there's that much going on with so many different people coming on the same piece of work. It just, yeah, the communication goes, then the work starts going in. It just seems a bit too much, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it does. It can be like that. And sometimes I do, like listening back to what you're just saying, I was just thinking maybe that's the problem here. We're just so quick to go and get our own stuff. We think that's the best way to do it, And then a lot of
Yeah,
times,
on site and that, like you said, when like you're doing a task on site and like it really messes it up in that situation. But for the lads and that are doing their own little jobs and stuff like that, doing the civils, like that must be amazing for them. Like at least they got their own little projects, their own little customers. They are doing well. I think that like they're doing more or less their little thing, and then they're out of there. But with me, it's you've just got a lot of people coming on your work. I had one when
yeah.
there was like, oh yeah, on one of the jobs I was on, I'd done everything. That was like, yeah, we're gonna get the people in now to landscape us to topsoil it and that, and it broke my heart, to be honest. I was like, are you telling me I can't topsoil these? Like, God, it killed me. I would have stayed over and topsoiled it. It hurt me that much. I don't want anyone touching this now. I've got it like this. Let me just do my topsoil and let me go out of here. But no, they come in, done the topsoil, all the levels are wrong, and then they made me go back in there after, and I was like, well, yeah, there we go.
There we go, man. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. No, I noticed you do a lot of detailed work. Tell me how the tilt rotators came into the scene, because you're also very well known for the tilt rotator.
Yeah,
That's
rotators, they're very big in Europe. I think they were big in Europe for a good number of years before they come to the UK. Like you say, I think I must have been like probably the third or fourth person in the UK to get one. Yeah, it's just transformed everything we do really. It's the same out here now. They're obviously here, but a lot of people are questioning it because of how much they cost and everything. But once you get going on them, like at home, it's not good, but obviously you do cut labour as well, in a sense. Like I was always in a four-man gang. We got it down to a three. We were comfortable for what we were doing. Obviously, when we had big tarmacking job, you'd get people over just to help out with the rakes and with the dieseling and stuff like that. But yeah, it's stuff like that.
yeah. No, they are. They're becoming more and more popular out on the scene more and more often. And you see more and more people putting up videos. And there's different brands. So or have you always been just
Started off on steel wrist.
okay?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started off on steel wrist. That it was just obviously the company. I was very lucky with that, to be honest. Like getting one of them, I really felt lucky. The company I was with got it for one of the old boys that was driving. One of his day ones gave it to him, and he was just. I think he had one go at it, and he was like, "No, this is not for me." And I was quite new in the company, and I said, "Look, if you ever did get the steel wrists in and that, I would love to have a go. Like I would love to have one really." And I remember I said that to him, and literally, I think the guy that was in the machine told him the next day. So then he rang me the day after that and says, "Rylan, you've got one coming to you." I was like, "Jeez!" I was like, "That was quick." And he was like, one of the guys really. He can't, like you say, when someone's been doing it for that long, he wasn't too far off retirement and stuff. I think it was just a bit. He was doing what he's been doing for how many years. So, but yeah, got given that, and yeah, it just champed. But obviously, when I first got it as well, I was kind of nervous, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I'll just, if I can't do all the spinning things, at least I can just blade off normal. And I never forget it because of the weight in there. I went to go and blade off normal, and I was just stabbing the ground. I was like, oh, what? But like I say, you've just you've got to stick with it. Some people take to things quicker than others. Like I say, just stick with it, and you'll have so much fun. And like it has transformed machine driving for me. I could never go back to, I could never go back to a normal machine now ever. I wouldn't enjoy it anymore. It's just I've had so much fun on there, and you can get so creative with it. It's just it is amazing. And like I say, when you're watching things online with other tilt rotator operators, you can, as long as you're looking online, you can pick up little tricks and everything the way you go. And that's what I did really. Like you say, I was the third one, but I would always look on YouTube, try and always do little things, test myself, and yeah, it's paid off in the end.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely, man, definitely. They're definitely known for that. And like you say, it's almost like, yeah, like we've said this before with some of the other guys. It's like the tilt hitches when they came out. Now everyone like said, oh, you can't even use that, or you don't need to use that. And then once you get one, you use it, you think, oh man, I'm never going back. So
That's the
I
thing.
suppose,
The Australians here at the minute, obviously, when they're looking at the tilt rotators, they're like, oh, like they're questioning it a bit. But they actually had the tilt first, and at home we never had the tilt. We literally went from hitch straight to like the tilt rotators. So here, really, they've already seen the benefits of the tilt. That's why they all got them. So you could
yeah,
imagine what a full 360 one does. It's even better. Like say
yeah,
here, they already vested into the till, and then the till rotator. I think in the next couple of years it'll be the same as England. I think every machine in Australia will have one, even the little ones, especially the little ones. Like I say, with all the guys doing the little civil projects in really tight little machines in these tight places, they would just it would help them so much.
yeah, yeah. I reckon, man, definitely, definitely. What about that little super stick? Tell us about that. And I see Mitchell Morgan ask that question as well.
What's
The
that?
little he calls it the super stick. That little extension that you got recently with the shovel. Hang
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Tell us
yeah.
about that, man.
I got given that off DNG, so they specialise in all attachments and that out in Korea. Yeah, I've been talking to them for a while, and you kindly enough sent me an attachment out. Well, two attachments out. I haven't got to use it yet. Like I did say to them, obviously, I've got a few attachments. You don't get to use them all the while, but yeah, that
Yeah.
will come out. But that's something what I really wanted, because you just don't see those things. I remember I commented on a picture of a video of one ages ago, and obviously the guy remembered me doing that, and yeah, it's led to me
Was
getting.
that that
Yeah, so he uses
Yeah.
them. Yeah, yeah. I remember
Yeah,
watching his content, and I was like, yeah, they're amazing.
that's the first time I saw one, and I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Let's do
I can't.
it.
Like, because I had it on the job, I had it delivered onto the job, and everyone was just like, what is that? But it's really good, to be honest. Like, I've had a little play with it, but like I say, I need to get a real good video together to put it on, because I just don't want to be putting anything on with
Yeah,
it. I want to make sure it's a good reel.
yeah. For anyone that's wondering what we're talking about, it's like a teaspoon attachment.
It's
You know
basically like
what?
an extra boom, and it's compliant with obviously the Encon, and yeah, it just works off the hydraulics, and it's amazing.
Yeah, so you
I'm
can
sure
extend
you'll all
basically. Yeah,
see soon, so stay tuned. Hopefully I can get a reel together soon.
yeah. That's it. No, good, good, good. Yeah, I can't wait to see it, man. That'd be good. So tell us a bit more. So business wise, have you ever thought about it going out on your own? Have you thought like, you know what, I should just go buy my own machine? If you
Yeah,
haven't,
yeah,
why?
I did
What
think
stopped you?
about it. I did think about it when I was at home. To be honest with you, with the Instagram and everything going on, like it's just been. I really like I say, with the Instagram at the start, I really struggled with it in the end because like the press, not the necessarily the press, well, yeah, the pressure kind of thing, like or like I was getting home, doing all these like reels. It was like I never was off the machine. I'd leave home and then I'm watching myself in the machine in bed on a night editing, and it was just like just it really, yeah, it did affect me to be honest at the start, like mentally, like it wasn't yeah. I managed to get through it, but it got a bit too much. I
Yeah.
got over it in the end, but like I say, I did want to start my own thing, but I've just got carried away with what I've been doing because I've been working with all these brands and yeah, like it's just yeah, I haven't really had time to think about it. And obviously coming over here now to a different country, it's just been I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. I feel like I'm still young enough. There's obviously plenty of time if I did want to do it, but yeah, I'm happy enough how it's going. I just yeah.
Good, good. I've got a question here from Vero Solutions. What color do you prefer out of the tilt rotator? Is he saying green or yellow?
To say he was trying to get that out of me at the no comment. Both brilliant. I'll leave it there. They're both good.
Yeah, there you go. Neutral, neutral. Man, good. So out of all the machines, have you used anything apart from the excavator? What other machines have you used?
No, I haven't. Yeah, just excavator. Like I said, that's another thing out here. A lot of the lads get to have a good go on, like a nice few other machines, and it's something at home. If you're a machine driver, you're a machine driver, like, and I couldn't go and run over and jump on someone's grader. They'd boot me out of there, especially when I was a kid and stuff. Like, they're just,
Yeah,
that's why it is better over here. They're a little bit more lenient with the well, not say lenient, but I feel like the lads out here because a lot of them do all the farming stuff and that they already have a few machines and that scattered around. So yeah, they definitely do better out here with getting on other machines.
yeah. I noticed you were looking at a belly scraper the other day and saying, "What the hell is this thing?"
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
"Yeah."
Like I said,
So,
I've seen them online and stuff, but to see one up close, it was just yeah. And like I say, we was doing like the housing and that at home, so we would only have like 13 ton, and then you'd have probably three 13 tons, and then maybe one or two. So like yeah, and maybe a great like a dozer, like if you got to the job early and they were cutting everything ready. But yeah, to
yeah.
come out here and see all this, it's just been yeah, like I say, the earth moving scene over here, it's just bigger and better to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. A lot more space.
Yeah, definitely a lot more space, definitely.
Yeah. And out of all the, just say the excavators that you've used, what's your favorite size? What size do you prefer out of all the ones you've used?
So really, I'd say my 13 ton. Like to be honest, my Hitachi that I had at home, it was just because the companies that I work for, that's all they had Hitachi, and that's what I grew up around. So I did have a Volvo Zero Slew as well, 13 or 14 ton, but yeah, I really really enjoyed the Hitachis. And when you've been driving something for so long, it's kind of hard to like get past that. Really, I'm just Hitachi.
Yeah. And what about now? You're in cats, aren't you? You
Yeah,
like,
I'm in cats now.
oh, what a change. What are you in now? Is it a 315? Is that where you're in?
Yeah, yeah. It's a nice little machine. I've enjoyed having the blade and that as well. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you got a blade and that," but honestly, if you know, because obviously I started on the little ones as well. Growing up, I started on the 5 tonners and that. Your blade and stuff, it helps you out in so many ways, and like to have one now, I love it to be honest. Like you can do different things than usual, so I
Yeah. No, good, good. What about so for all the other guys that are operators or looking at becoming an operator? What are some of the things that you reckon helped you stay employed? Like what things should they be doing to make sure that they're employable and that
So,
they're a
to be
good
honest, I didn't
employee?
always want it to be like, obviously, it was. very money driven at the start. Like I would have operators around me, older operators, and they were obviously on the big bucks, and I was doing the same thing as them, and it was always just kept below because of my age. So I got that stick of it. I just dedicated everything into it. I used to just practice so much, set tasks. I just made sure I was the best at everything I was doing. And then when after a year or 2 years, I kind of just managed to get the courage to know that I was the best at what I'd done, or I was doing the best at what I can do. And yeah, I just turned a bit of a savage then with the companies. I was like, look, this is what I can do. If you don't want to give it me, I'll go elsewhere, kind of thing. Like I just knew I was at that point, and it felt good. It did really feel good, but I dedicated a lot of time to it, and I just, like you say, just set yourself challenges and ask other people as well. Like a lot of people are very anal about it. They jump on a machine and they just think they're going to be the best straight away, and it just doesn't work like that. I wouldn't feel like I would go over to all the old boys on the job and say, "Oh, what do you think of me doing that and stuff?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, you want to be doing that wrong. I mean, you want to be doing that different." And if I didn't go over to them and ask them, they probably would have watched me doing that for another year, laughing at me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's because I went over and I was like, "What do you think about? Oh no, you shouldn't be doing it like this. You should do this." I always done that. I always asked questions, and I never thought I was better than everyone else. I just wanted to learn, and I feel like that really did help me. And a lot of people these days, they don't want to go and ask because they think it might affect them in some way. Maybe if it went back to their big boss or whatnot. But like the guys that you have around you, the old boys, you've got to learn off them because they've been doing it for so long, and yeah, they've got so many tricks under the sleeves, and I was very, very lucky to be with like two of the top operators in my company back at home. So I had those guys around me, the way they looked after them, the machines, and like there was always respected. And obviously, growing up with that, I always wanted that. So I just put everything into it, and yeah, finally, obviously, got to a place where I felt comfortable with.
Yeah. Good advice, man. Good, because it's a big thing. Like you were saying before, a lot of people have their tickets, but no experience. It's the
No,
hardest
no.
thing.
And out here as well, to be honest, like the tickets, I don't feel like they're the hardest to get out here. Like at home, there's a lot more. Like I say, the health and safety here, yeah, it's on top. But at home, to get a ticket, there's a lot more going into it than like here. Here, I feel like I don't know. They don't look at it as a more serious thing. I feel like they just chuck them out. To be honest, like at home, there's a bit more of a procedure to go through to get on it because at the end of the day, the big machines, and when you're on these tight sites and these bricklayers just running around, yeah, like no
Yeah.
thumbs up, nothing. They just come in. You're just like, there's another one. Like you've really got to watch what you're doing. But yeah. I have noticed that here because obviously I've done my test out here, and I thought, wow,
Yeah.
yeah, like you say, you don't want to go too far with it because, like you say, with the health and safety, and that it can go a bit too far. But there could be some little things in there that could obviously be changed, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We've got a question from Bare Earth Solutions saying, "What's your favorite rotator attachment?" So, all the attachments you can get for your rotator. Which one's your favorite to use apart from the bucket, I suppose?
I really, Obviously, I love the forks. I did like the hydraulic forks and everything, but I like the compactor plate. That was good. I got to use one of them at the show, and that really changed because at home I didn't have any attachments. It wasn't until I come to Red Dog. Red Dog already had all these attachments. Like you say, I've only had a few months on them, but yeah, it's hard to pinpoint, to be honest. Now you say it, like they're all just as good as each other. But that compaction play, it saves so much time because when you're dealing with the lads going to go and get one, coming back, no fuel in it, coming back, it's just like at least you know it's compact.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it's good to know what you're doing, really.
Yeah, so true, man, so true. Just a big shout out to whoever's sending heaps of likes. I'm seeing love hearts galore there, so thank you guys. I do see it. I haven't acknowledged it, but I am seeing a lot of hearts. So thank you to whoever's putting heaps of love hearts and smiles on the thing.
I wish I
Uh,
could keep track with them, but yeah,
I could see it, but I can't. I don't know. It doesn't tell me who. TikTok usually tells you who's doing it, but on Instagram it doesn't do it. Tell us about competitions and that. Have you ever entered any like Earth operator competitions, and then how'd you go?
yeah, I done one when I first started out, but like you say, the competition wasn't a bit. It was just, yeah, it wasn't really well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll leave it there. But no,
Yeah.
I had a little go, but no, I know they've done a lot of the Red Dog lads went up the other day and done one with Hastings, and like you say, I would have gone up there myself, but I've never done I've never operated all the other machines.
Yeah, that's the same. Because somebody said to me, "How come you didn't go?" And I was like, "I haven't used a front end loader or some of the other ones I saw they wanted." And I was like, "I
Yeah,
haven't used
that's
one."
it.
So,
Yeah, I'd
how,
jump in
what's
there and say, mate, how'd you turn this on? Where's
yeah,
It's like, get out of there.
get out. Yeah, you're straight out. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we could try and bluff it, but yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So yeah,
I
that's
would,
same thing, same
I would.
thing.
So,
Yeah. Would you ever do like
no.
would you ever consider like sitting in other machines and doing other stuff? Or you really just sort of focused on the excavators?
Like I say, I am, yeah, I'm just head over heels with the excavators. You never know. Maybe down the road I might change, but at this point, I'm just loving what I'm doing, to be honest. And like, there's just so much new stuff coming out as well with the excavators. It's just going to keep getting better and better over the years. So I'll stick with this for the time being. Like I say, now I'm around all these bigger machines. It does look interesting.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. I suppose, look, it doesn't have to be always full time. It can be just, yeah, jump in here, jump in there. I suppose you never know. What about wheeled excavators? Have you used a wheeled excavator?
No, no, never used one.
Yeah, it'd be
No,
interesting, man.
I'd love to do that. To be honest, like you say, that I'm on an earth move, like a big earthworks job at the minute, and big open fields and that. And I'm kind of used to being in the tight little areas, doing all the fancy stuff and that. That's where I'm really like. That's what I love to do. But with the wheeled ones as well, like the way I see them out here on the light rail and stuff, it does look cool. Looks like a lot of responsibility on them ones as well.
Yeah, even the spider ones. I'd love to use one of those spider ones with
Oh,
the legs.
see, now that's something. Okay,
Yeah,
now you mentioned that. Yeah, okay. If I was it's still an excavator, obviously, but like, yeah, that's something I would love to hang off those mountains and stuff. I would love to do all. To be honest, I really do want to see if there's someone out here that I could go and obviously go and see what they are like. Because I remember years ago I seen one, like a fair few years ago now, I seen one on the back of a low loader out here, and yeah, they look amazing, don't they?
yeah, yeah. I think there's a Woods. I think Woods excavating or Woods earth moving. He's known for having a spider one. Ashton Lovering saying he feels like the wheeled excavators are probably great and versatile, but they'll be terrible operating it, like constantly getting dragged from one job to another. Yeah, I suppose it would. Yeah, it would. And I wonder if they'd be bouncy as well, like without putting the
Yeah, someone told
constantly.
me that you have really got to watch when you're slewing round and stuff, especially imagine if like you're using forks with pallets on with it could be anything, something heavy. I feel like you would have to watch what you're doing. Like you say, the more you're in it, you get comfortable. You know what your weight is tough. Like this with the zero slew now, people, when I first got on it, they were like, oh, with the Encon, you've really got to watch, like, because it's, but you know your limit with it. You're just going to start chucking around, then it's going to catch you out. You've got to know your limits with these machines to obviously
Yeah,
feel comfortable and not end up tipping it over.
yeah. Why Bartram saying it'd be like being in a teeny boat, like a little aluminium boat. Imagine the Woods. And record time is saying, yeah, speak to Woods. Yeah, so Woods do have the spider machine. So there you go. Try.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I'll have to reach out to them.
That's it, man. That's it. How did you go? Because you would have been. Because how long have you been in Australia for now?
So I'm coming up to about 5 months now. this is the maddest thing as well. I was in Australia so I was in New Zealand when COVID. So I'd done my first travels, and then I went back home, and then I ended up coming back out to Australia with my partner. And yeah, we were coming towards the end, and we was going to New Zealand, and then COVID hit, and we was in New Zealand before we was in the best place, and then next thing you know, they were just like, "Yeah, cozy and everything." So we got the basically says to us, "You either stay here or we can get you a flight back," and we ended up taking the flight back. So that's
Yeah.
where it all stemmed from, really. After that, that's when the whole Instagram and everything started.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because that's when a lot of people started. And the guys that started during that period, I feel like they had the biggest boost. Like everyone that started at COVID
Yeah,
had a good initial boost. And then after that, everyone sort of kept jumping in. So if you got in early enough, you were one of the
yeah, yeah,
first, you
and I
know?
won't be. Yeah, definitely, I'll admit that as well. Like being the first one on them, and that really did help me out because these days as well, obviously, there's a lot of people doing what I'm doing now, and this is why me, as obviously I started off early with that, and I feel like I've got to kind of change it up myself as well now. I feel like I want to start doing different ideas and that because there needs to be a little bit of a change. You can only do the generic stuff for so long. I wanna do my own little twist again, and hopefully it pays off. Hopefully, you never know.
I'm sensing something here. Oh, we could be seeing something. Oh,
Yeah,
good. Yeah, no, you get to change. Yeah, you can't be doing the same as everyone else. Yeah, that's the only way to do things. Yeah, you got to keep changing. And I'm seeing that doing content and that. I know I can see what sort of works, what doesn't. If I'm just doing the same stuff over and over, yeah, after a while, people are like they just get bored. You got to change it up always.
yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about technology, GPS, machine control, all that stuff. Do you use it, and how did you learn to use it all?
So I didn't really use it at home. Yeah, didn't really use it. It's not as big as it is over here. It's slowly starting to come into like England and that. A lot of machines are obviously using it and that now. But coming out here, I was very new to it. So I would be lying if I didn't say I was a bit nervous at the start. I've been using the Trimble, and I've really been enjoying it, to be honest. Like you say, I've just been one of them where I've had to ask questions and that. And the job I was on, I was at the start, I was kind of on my own, so it was a little bit. I was kind of just trying to figure it out for myself. But as I've gone on to a different site now, and there's a few lads there, and like you said, there's just little things that they're helping me with. But it really does, yeah, I really do enjoy it. But that's what I mean out here as well. The operators have a lot of pressure on the hands because they're doing this GPS stuff and everything's on them. And I feel like obviously the respect, like I feel like they deserve a lot more respect out here because as operators, because I don't feel like they get the respect that they deserve in a whole like as a trade kind of
Yeah, yeah. I suppose, like
because
you say,
dealing with all the technology, there's just a lot of pressure. If you do something wrong on that GPS, it's coming straight back to you, not the lads on the ground anymore. Because at home as well, we'd have the lads on the ground who would be setting up all the stuff. I'd just be doing what they told me to do. But being out here, it's all on the driver, so there's a lot more pressure on the lads here.
yeah, true, true. And I suppose, yeah, you're right. There is a lot more responsibility now, and that's, I suppose, hence why they should be getting paid better and stuff, because there's a lot more responsibility now. It's not just, like you say, it's not just the point of getting the machine and just dig whatever they tell you over there. Now it's getting the machine, use the GPS, do this, do that, get it all right, make sure it's on grade, 20 mil within 8 mil has to be all.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
like
responsibility.
you say, yeah, that side as well. But I'm more just saying about like obviously the trade in general, like the being an operator out here. I don't feel like it does get looked at as it should really,
Yeah, no, fair point, very very fair point.
because the lads out here, they've got like you say, they've got a lot of pressure on their hands, and the lads on the ground these days, they're probably not. You know what I mean? They're probably on the same as.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear. Yeah, true. No, very true what you say. Yeah, I shouldn't be saying it's just about money and that, but it is like you say. There's a lot more responsibility than what people think. Yeah,
Yeah,
being
definitely. Never
an
mind with
operator.
like health and safety and everything as well. It's just like you got
Yeah,
the people around. Like we could easily do sort of like it's just a lot of responsibility. It's a like 15-ton machine. Like it's you can do some serious damage with it. To be honest.
yeah. Very true. Very true. All right, so we're getting towards the end here, near the tail end. I don't want to hold you for too long. I'm conscious of time. Tell
No.
us, yeah, if you couldn't do this, so just say, you went back to before you became a labourer and that. Where else, if you didn't end up in earth moving, where else do you think you would have ended up? Like, what other career would you have been in?
But I've never thought of it to be honest. Like you say, like a lot of people, I do feel for a lot of people because obviously they have a few jobs when they first start out and they get really conscious thinking, oh, am I going to find my trade that I want? And it took me a few jobs like after school to actually find out what I wanted to do. So I feel like the younger lads, they shouldn't beat themselves up too much when they go into different jobs when you first start out because you need to find what you love really to
Yeah,
do. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. The only next thing apart from I love traveling. Like I've done a lot of traveling, and just think I'd be yeah. I would. I don't know what I would do, but I'd do something around traveling.
yeah. Traveling operator. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. I've kind of been one of them now. I'm out here. Going
Yeah,
got America as well coming up. So yeah, there's a lot of
yeah.
things.
There you go. Good, man. Yeah, no, it's true because I do ask a lot of people. And then I usually just say like, if you couldn't do this, if you couldn't do earth moving, what else would you do? And some people say strange things, pilot, this, that, all different things. So yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. And you know what? Like you were just saying, then it doesn't mean if you do start excavating that that's what you have to do for the rest of your life. Like nowadays, we can chop and change as we go. You're never too old to start something different after as well. So,
No. And I get a lot of people comment it, like a lot of people asking me about stuff like that, and it's never too late. Like it is, and like you said to me now, is there any other machines that you obviously would like to drive? But I'm obviously happy with what I'm doing. But even if you did start on that, you can always jump onto another thing because you've got the experience on a site and stuff like that. So there's no reason why you can't change to another machine.
yeah, true. Yeah, sometimes it's probably similar to what you're doing, but just different attachments, different things. Yeah, so it's true. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years, man? Like, what's the future hold for yourself?
Well, I can't. I don't think I'll be on a machine, to be honest. I feel like I have got a lot more to give. Like, obviously, doing the Instagram and everything, the level that got and stuff, I did surprise myself, and I feel like I've got a lot more, a lot more to give in life, and I'm definitely gonna pursue that definitely.
Yeah. Oh, good. And I suppose you gave a couple of little hints of things throughout the interview, so I don't know if people will pick up anything on that. But no,
No,
good.
I'll always be involved with machines and obviously excavators. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a lot of good ideas coming up in the next how many years, and yeah, I'm really excited to do it.
Yeah, no, good, very good, man, very good. What have I not asked something that you wanted to talk about, or is there a topic you wanted to cover?
No, I've really enjoyed it to be honest. Like I say this is my second podcast. Yeah, I've done one with Con Expo when I first started out. Um, obviously it was my first ever like because I don't do all this like the teams but like I've never done like the teams meeting thing or anything. My first
Yeah.
one, oh, I was so nervous honestly, but doing this with you now I feel like I've got my face on the camera a lot more over the years, so yeah, I'm slowly starting to get used to it. Like today I've messed up a few times with when you ask questions and that you lose it a little bit, but I'm sure I'll get better at
Oh man, you did nothing like that. You did good, very good, man, very good.
it.
Yeah, look, it's not easy, man. And a lot of people say like, "Oh, what are you going to ask?" and this and that, and they get nervous. And I'm like, I know what it's like. I hate interviews. I don't
Yeah,
like being interviewed. I hate that feeling. I get nervous before, even when I go for job interviews and that. I'm the worst. I
yeah,
sweat. So now
yeah. That's it.
being on the reverse, I always try and look after everyone and try and like keep the flow going. If I see them getting stuck, I try and help just to make it comfortable because I always think how it would be for me.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's helped a bit, man.
No, but thank you obviously for asking me to come on and everything. It's been amazing. I
No,
love what you're doing. You keep at this. Yeah, you're definitely going all the way with this. So yeah, really thank you for letting me come on.
no worries, man. Appreciate you having the time to come and chat as well. And I'm sure there's going to be more of this sort of stuff going on. We'll chat again, and we'll be
Yeah,
crossing paths
definitely.
somewhere. I reckon. Yeah, definitely. All right. And if anyone does want to get in touch with you, ask you any questions and that, or watch any of your content, so where do they go mainly for that? Is it Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, I've never really been. It's probably been my downfall a little bit, but TikTok and that, it never really. I don't know. I just never really sat well with me from the start. I don't know why. Obviously, it could be something that I live to regret, but yeah, I never got onto it. YouTube and stuff. I have put a few bits on YouTube, but I'd love to do the big, obviously YouTube videos and stuff. How I would want it. There's a lot of things that involve in it. But like I say, with everything going on in my life, with what's to come in the next how many years, I feel like that's going to be something that I might try and do. And yeah, I want to get a lot more of myself on the camera, and I feel like I've got a lot more to give than just watching me on a machine as well. So I want to, yeah, do a lot more.
That's it, man. That's it. No, good, man. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, and anyone that wants to get in touch, it's called Diggerbry, not
Yeah,
Diggerbry,
Diggerbry
Diggerbry.
on Instagram. Yeah, definitely, especially all the lads out here as well who are just starting up, the Australian lads and that. I'm always here. There's a lot of good operators out here, and if they need any more little information or anything, I'm always here to help.
That's it, man. Legend, man. Legend. All right. Well, you have yourself a good week. Everybody else, thank you for joining us. And make sure you spread the word, share all this stuff, share the shit out of it. That's what I tell everyone. If anyone else wants to be a guest or knows someone that would be a good guest, hit me up. If you haven't already done so, go on to all the platforms that we have. So we're on Patreon. So we've got a membership there called the Hub Club, which is kicking off really, really well. We've got YouTube videos, as we were talking about earlier. So go to the YouTube channel, Spotify. What's the other one? Oh, Apple, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everything. We're on everywhere. So just go and share the shit out of it. Love it, like it. And also look up Diggerbry on Instagram and follow as well, man.
Yeah,
All right.
that's it. Yeah, thank
Have
you.
yourself, no worries, Liam. Have yourself a good week, man. Take care, everyone.
Thank everyone. Bye bye.
See you, man. Bye.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
for tracks obviously. On the lot.
He became steel resistant.